Okay, so this hour is all about thriving in 2025. I love that. I love it. You know, we have this challenge online. You can get all the details, but for the entire year, we're really focused on how to thrive personally and then infect others with it. Mental, physical, whatever it is. And the author of On Thriving, birth doula turned life doula, Brandi Sellerz-Jackson, is still with us. And we're joined by one of her clients, Jeanine Rogers, a mom of two, says she and her children are thriving because of Brandi. Thank you so much for joining us here.
Thank you for having me.
I love this because we were just talking, it's not enough just to want to thrive. You want other people around you to thrive, especially the young people in our lives, whether you're a mom or an aunt or a grandma. You want the next generation to find that joy, because so much of your journey started with pain. A lot of ours do, honestly. Yeah. When did you realize that, you know, this doula, birth doula, had some of the things you needed after your children were in the world and you wanted them to thrive?
It was realizing that it does take a village and understanding that motherhood, and when you're giving birth, it's not just you birthing your children. I became a brand new person. Yeah. So this version of me needed some guidance because she was very unfamiliar. And especially giving birth during a pandemic and having such an amazing coach and guide by my side, it really put some things into place for me in terms of like how to manage family, how to manage my career, how to manage just life just moving forward.
What was the advice that stuck out the most to you?
The main thing was, it was around generational people pleasing.
Oh.
For me.
How would you describe your generational people pleasing?
So, being pregnant during a pandemic was scary.
Yeah.
And that was one of the main reasons my husband and I decided doing a home birth. And having the home birth for us was essential for my safety, for my child's safety, and also to ensure that my husband could be present. Right. But with that, that also opened the doors for everyone to feel like they could be a part of our birthing journey.
You are so nice with the way you just articulated that. I mean, basically you were saying everybody was telling you what to do.
Yes.
Yeah. And you were used to acquiescing to what other people wanted from you.
Yes.
And then in this moment of getting ready to bring this life in, you said, hold up, wait a minute.
Yeah, it was a lot of trying to understand, and I remember having a conversation specifically, and the guidance she gave me was having people in the room who loved me unconditionally and wanted nothing in return. So really trying to...
It's interesting that Jeanine's challenge was this people-pleasing, because sometimes folks think, you know, I'm gonna just to get along with everybody and that'll make everything good.
And it doesn't.
And it doesn't.
It doesn't, because it'll never be enough.
It'll never be enough. That's an interesting thing, because that people-pleasing element, a lot of people have there where they think, I won't rock the boat.
Yeah.
I'll go along with it and everybody will be happy. We see that around the holidays.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go in and just smile it through.
Yeah.
And then meanwhile, you go home with a headache. You never want to go back. You're like, I'll never want to see them again.
Yeah.
What did you see there in her story, in Jeanine's story, that's relatable? Because I see a lot of people nodding now.
Well, one of my favorite quotes is by Nice Nin, and I mentioned this in the book, but we don't see things as they are. We see them as we are. And so for me, part of my work has been, you know, working on this right here, figuring out like, how am I seeing things? Right. Where am I with all of this? How does this make me feel? Yeah. You know, you have that family member that, they family. You see my face.
Right.
A family. But they don't make you feel good.
Yeah.
They don't make you feel good.
So when you're trying to find this path to thriving, is it about boundaries as well and setting those boundaries?
Yes, it's boundaries, it's conversations, hard conversations. It's, you know, not avoiding. I mean, because that's sometimes easiest, because, you know, we think that for some reason that it's going to go away. They are all of a sudden going to act like they got some sense. If I just, you know, acquiesce, and it's not, you know, that's just not how it works.
I'm curious, because earlier we talked about those 4 points of labor that you think everyone will go through.
Yeah.
I think a lot of times people associate labor with pain, right? Labor is hard.
Yeah.
You are nodding, smiling. It's hard.
It is hard. It is hard. I mean,
because the grief is obviously hard.
it is obviously hard.
Yeah.
However, it's one of those things, you know, during birth, you know, you have your early labor where everybody's like chilling and relaxing, and then you go through transition, which is the hardest part of birth. And then you finally give birth. So on the other side of the hard is birth. So if you can just get through.
Are we all in the process of rebirthing ourselves?
Absolutely. We're all giving birth to something. All of us. Whether it's our newest self, our dreams, the next thing that we've been envisioning.
Right.
We are always birthing something. And therefore, we're always in some sort of transition, right? But if we can just kind of keep our eyes on this baby is eventually going to come out. I am eventually going to be okay. You know? Yeah.
We're all like this, yeah. I like visualizing myself as a baby coming through. But that is it. It's kind of a visualization. So how are things, what is the, I guess, in this quest for thriving, what is the biggest gift you feel you've given your children at this point?
Honestly, it's me transitioning into birth work. So I'm a doula as well.
Yeah.
Brandi she planted the seed for me to transition into birth work. So I used to work for just Fortune 500 company, and in the position I was in, it was kind of brand new on what it looked like supporting someone in lactation and me wanting to choose to feed to my baby. So kind of transitioning out of that and into a brand new sector. So I was kind of rebirthed into my calling.
Wow.
Which has been great. And me being able to support women, birthing persons, lactating persons has been awesome.
Wow.
Oh, my little kids.
Oh my God. It's a beautiful journey. And I said at the beginning of the conversation, it is beautiful when you think about you are there at the start of life. But no matter what age we are right now, we are rebirthing some form of ourselves.
Yes.
And we are trying to just thrive in this space.
Yes.
I love that. Thank you to Brandi Sellerz-Jackson. Jeanine on Thriving is available wherever books are sold. It's going to be released on paperback January 7th. And guess what? You're all going home with a copy of this book to start the new year 2020.